She's all at a time.
Hey guys! Did you like the video? Yeah, that was me in the video. He's like, hey, that was you in the video. Yeah, it was. I'm the cheese ball chick. How are you? Alright, good. Hey, how many of you have eaten one of my cheese balls before? Raise your hand. If you liked my cheese ball, scream, because I can't see you. Awesome. Well, my name is Molly. I'm also known as the cheese ball chick, and before I go on with anything else, I thought I should just tell you guys the cheese ball story, if that'd be okay. I didn't wake up one morning and say, you know, I'm hungry all the time, I think I'll wear snacks on my back. It didn't actually happen like that. It was a really cool story, and here it goes. About 2.5 years ago, I was speaking at a youth event in Virginia Beach. Anyone ever been to Virginia? Okay, a couple of you, all right, great. I was speaking at this youth event, and they had a hotel room for the speakers that weekend, and they were feeding us really good food like pizza and Oreos and snacks and cookies, and they had this big container of cheese balls in the room for the speakers. So we were eating them throughout the weekend, having a good time, joking about cheese balls. And at the end of the weekend, when the event was over, we had to go home. We all lived in different states. We had to fly, you know, to our respective homes. And the cheese balls were sitting there on the table, only halfway emptied. And we all looked at them, kind of drooling a little bit, saying, oh, we don't want to throw those away. So someone suggested that I bring them home on the flight with me. And so I said, okay, I don't know if they'll actually make it through security, but I'll try. So you guys can picture me, 2.5 years ago, walking through the Virginia Beach airport with a container of cheese balls tucked under my arm. Okay, there's no dispenser or backpack at the time, that had not yet been invented. Just a normal container you can get at Sam's Club, right? I'm wheeling my luggage along. I have my backpack with my laptop in it, minding my own business, walking through the Virginia Beach airport. Every person that I pass, they see the cheese balls, and then they look at me, and they light up and they smile. And they just look at me, I'm like, whoa, hey, do we know each other? And then they start to talk to me about the cheese balls. One person actually asked if I was on a cheese ball diet. They're like, do you eat those all yourself? I'm like, no, I'm just bringing them home to Minnesota. And then I got to the security checkpoint. If you've ever flown, you know you have to put everything through the x-ray machine, right? So I had to put my flip-flops in a bin, I put my laptop in a bin, I put the cheese balls in a bin, all by themselves because they're kind of big. And they go through the x-ray machine, and the security guard behind the screen, he stops it, he's like looking at it, what is that? And then they come out the other side, and 8 security guards from all the other stations are like surrounding my cheese balls, and I think they're gonna take them, but really they just wanted to eat them. And so they're like joking about my cheese balls, and I'm having all these conversations with complete strangers because of the cheese balls. It was really funny. So then I get on the plane, I'm sitting in my seat, minding my own business again, just holding the container of cheese balls, and over the intercom, I hear the flight attendant say, for the entire airplane to hear, he says, ladies and gentlemen, if any of you are hungry today, there's a cheese ball lady with snacks in aisle 9D. And everybody on the plane starts laughing, and now I'm like a little celebrity. I hold up the cheese balls, hey, here they are. He announces me 2 more times on the flight. It was very funny. I had a connecting flight in the Chicago O'Hare Airport, and at this point I'm just trying to get to my next flight. I don't know anybody who was on my plane besides the 2 people that were sitting next to me, but every person that was on my flight now knew me, and so even if they saw me like 10 minutes removed from my flight, they'd yell, they'd be like, hey, cheese ball chick, hey, cheese ball lady, because they knew me because of the cheese balls. I actually started having some really significant conversations because of the cheese balls. So I get to talk to people about, like, you know, important life things because it started with the cheese balls. And so I went home and I told my friends and family how I had this fun experience and how cheese balls seem to bring the world together. I recently heard a statistic that said the average person only laughs 10 times a day. I think that is really sad and depressing. And I think that's not true for us here, is it? We're not average, are we? Can you, okay, laugh. Laugh. Okay, keep laughing. Right here. Okay, you laugh right there in the orange. Laugh. Okay? Okay, yeah, laugh. Yeah, good. Alright, good. If I let you laugh long enough, it'd get really funny. But you guys probably are not average. But I thought, you know, people don't laugh enough, people don't smile enough, so I decided that I'm going to bring it upon myself to bring joy to the world, 1 cheese ball at a time. And so I decided to invent a backpack so I could, you know, be hands-free when I bring joy to the world. And so originally I made a duct tape harness. Who likes duct tape? All right, duct tape. Good. I made a bright yellow duct tape harness my wallet. Once I had a purse, but my money wouldn't come out, so I stopped that. And one time I had a duct tape skirt, but my legs would keep sticking together, so I got rid of that too. But I made a duct tape harness, and I put the cheese balls inside. I wore it to Rosedale Mall. Don't know if anyone knows where Rosedale is. And I wore my cheese balls around the mall, and it made everyone laugh and smile. But then people would like come up to me and be like, "Oh, can I have a cheese ball?" And I'd be like, "Yeah." And I'd open the lid, and they'd be like, "Oh, no thanks." And I'd be like, "Bummer, what's wrong with my cheese balls?" What I realized is that usually people who don't know me, they're a little bit afraid of germs. They don't know whose hands have been in the container, right? And so I decided that the next mission is I have to create a sanitary dispensing system where the cheese balls can be germ-free, and so strangers and friends alike could eat my cheese balls with no worries. So my brother and I went to Home Depot, and we were scratching our heads in the PVC pipe section wondering how can we make this work. And Jim, the guy you saw in my video with an orange apron, he worked in that section, he came up and he said, "How may I help you?" Little did he know that he'd be featured in the Cheese Ball Chick song. And he helped us come up with a sanitary dispenser, and so the lid stays sealed. This is the original seal from Sam's Club. If you come closer when you meet me later, you'll see this lid has never been opened. I make a hole in the bottom with a couple special tools. It's my secret, it's a mystery. I can't tell you or else I'm going to kill you. I don't want to kill you, so I'm not going to tell you. And then I just use a paint scraper and a rubber band, and out comes a cheese ball. And for someone who's never had one of my cheese balls, I need you to volunteer so you can come get a cheese ball. Okay, green guy right here, right there. All right, come on up. All right, why don't you stand right next to me? Have we met before? No, awesome. My name's Molly. I like monkeys and motorcycles. Okay, good. Now, what I need to know from you is your name and something you like that starts with the letter of your name. Think about that. And when I meet you guys this weekend, because I'm going to be hanging out with you at the water park, I'll try to bring my cheese balls in, but I'm not sure if they'll let me, but I'll try. I'll be at Valley Fair, but they will not let my cheese balls in, so that's a bummer. And I'll be hanging out with you all weekend. When I meet you, tell me your name and something you like that starts with the letter of your name. Ready, go.
Okay, my first name's Noah, and I like National Karate.
Wow, can you show me a move? Okay. No, that's a shirt. Show me a move. Well, that's... Oh. Okay. How about like this? Show me the stance. Fine. I think I beat him. You want to fight? Okay. All right. So put your hands out. Both together. And I will pull the lever that just, again, because I'm a professional lever puller. So I'm going to pull it, and out came 2. That's awesome. 2 is average. Now everyone be quiet. We're going to hear the crunch. Awesome. Okay, you can sit down. Thank you. So if you're worried that we're going to go through this whole thing, we might, that's okay, I have another one. And each container has about 1,000 cheese balls in it. And like I said, the average is 2. Sometimes you get 1, sorry, no offense, doesn't mean I don't like you. The record is held by a kid from Trout Lake Camp, and he got 8 in 1 pull. So yeah, that's kind of exciting. My cheese balls have been with me just about everywhere that I have gone since I started doing this in April of 2008. I wear them when I ride my motorcycle, I wear them when I go shopping, I wear them on airplanes, I wear them skiing, I wore them at skiing in Lutsen, and I gave them out to like snowboarders and skiers and on the chairlift. People would be like catching them in their mouths, it was awesome. And I actually brought my cheese ball backpack on my first date with my husband. Come on, you should clap for me. You know, I heard once that the way to a man's heart is through his stomach, and so that's why, you know, you feed the guys and they'll keep liking you, so I decided that's how I'll get a husband. And my husband's going to be around this weekend, you guys will get to meet him too. I'm going to tell you a couple more stories about the cheese balls in one of my other talks, but I will tell you this, I do carry my cheese balls just about everywhere I go, and the reason is to make people smile and to share my joy with people. Now, contrary to what you might think, my joy doesn't actually come from these orange balls of goodness. My joy comes from my relationship with God. And seriously, guys, He is worth talking about, He's worth being here for, and that's why I carry cheese balls on my back, to make people smile so that they can maybe find out where my joy comes from, which is Jesus. So it's kind of like cheese balls for Jesus. And I'll tell you some stories about that later.